And here we are, the first pre-noon walk of this week with me for Liza. So today in the morning the news came out regarding that Kočevje industrial accident. Liza! Pa! Hello! From that happened last year. So the police had concluded their investigation and they will charge for people and the company for basically violating law, legislation and standard operating procedures regarding, safety, regarding safe handling of chemical goods or chemicals. So yeah, 7 people died, including some foreigners, foreign workers. I think they were from Bosnia and Herzegovina and Macedonia, and yeah, a couple of Slovenes also, several Slovenes, and more than 30 people were injured. Majority of them due to inhalation of the chemicals after the explosion, and the cause of the explosion was basically improper transfer of chemical from the okay, we will be right back and we are continuing. So the cause of the accident last year, it was the improper transfer of the chemical, I don't know which one now, from the the truck tank, cistern truck to their internal tank storage. Ne greva noter. And yeah, it resulted in an explosion. And yesterday they also released notification that so on Monday a guy disappeared while going kayaking or canoeing, I cannot recall, on Krka River. So Krka River is a border river between Slovenia and Croatia, basically. So on the south, it basically, the river constitutes basically the southern border of Slovenia. And apparently guy had a habit, every day of going with his boat or craft, let's say. Lizi, grevaj tukaj, kam, ne grevaj tam. And on Monday, in the Monday evening, he was declared, missing by his relatives. During the night they were looking for him, police, firefighters and so forth, and they found him yesterday afternoon in the river. So unfortunately he drowned, and this is, let's say, a parallel with more internationally renowned current case from the UK, that dog walker, when she disappeared, and they were looking for her for I don't know how many weeks, and she was found also yesterday or on Monday, basically this week. So yeah, I don't know. And then one of the searchers says, yeah, I didn't, well, search expert that was involved I didn't look between the reefs, well, reeds, you know, vegetation, because I was not told to look there. So yeah, in Slovenia, you know, we have quite a lot of rivers, and every year, unfortunately, you know, people will find their end there due to, you know, different reasons. Sometimes there will be, you know, alcohol involved, sometimes, you know, pure bad luck, sometimes, you know, just overestimating their own abilities or underestimating the strength of the river current. Yeah. And yeah, there are several couple of cases, not only in rivers but in ponds, especially, you know, let's say in Prekmurje. I think last year there were 2 fatalities. One I remember because he was a foreign student, like foreign exchange student, and they went, you know, there is like a local pond like in Kuseza, you know, over there. It's basically a byproduct of mining or collecting, I don't know, for clay, you know, and the hole remained, you know, got filled with water, and people are of course using that hole for swimming, even though, you know, it's quite dangerous due to, you know, basically you can get stuck in that, you know, let's say muddy slash clay bottom, and, you know, you cannot get out. And of course there are several people, I know, when they went out, you know, in the middle of the summer, they were overheated, they went into the, you know, cold pond or the river and got, you know, stroked. They experienced a stroke or infarct, and, you know, died, or, you know, muscle cramp and sinked. So yeah, unfortunately these things will happen, you know. One of the, let's say, memorable of, let's say, recent drowning happened 2020 on Socha River, which is internationally more known as Isonca River, even though majority of the river, you know, lies in Slovenian territory. And so basically a kid, I think he was 13, he was swimming in the river in the section by the kayak canoe club, and he got čakaj, Lizi, počasi. To ni princ, to je en drug. Ja, ne, to pa ni Lady. Reče pa Liza. Ampak reče sem malo bolj tečka od Ladyke.
Ja, on je pa 11 mesecev star, pa če se pozdravlja.
Reče, jaz pa Lady dominiram. Reče, jaz si moram povedati, da sem tleta glavna. Pridna. Ja, nič ni v redu. Čist. Zdaj je čisto v redu tale, je presenetljivo pridna. Več, ok.
Greš? Evo, pridi se, ajde, pridi.
Več, treba hoditi, Rito premigati. Jo.
Vsi gre ob 3 po noči, zateži, da gre kakat posel pa po sebi, pa je še fant umigal.
Mislim.
Ne vem, kaj mu je bilo.
Reči, mudil se je.
Ja.
Mudil se je.
Edino na povodcu se še moramo naučiti, ker je vse mogoče sva že probala, pa...
Okay, we just ended the chat. I didn't want to. Basically, it would take too long for you, and you not understanding Slovene. So yeah. Basically, she said, you know, during the night he had an accident. You know, he couldn't made it outside to go number 2. Risotto, and if anyone is a little bit peckish. Ne, she's not peckish. Yeah, on basically on Monday when I said that we, you know, that mom cooked for her, you know, pork, liver. On Monday she actually didn't get any because she got 3 ears from her favorite aunt, you know, a couple of pieces of donuts, and I gave her also during the day some leftover sauerkraut and potatoes. So she was stuffed on Monday, and now for the last 3 meals, so yesterday and today in the morning, she got the cooked, well, it's stew more than a soup. It's very thick, and yeah, she ate everything. In the morning she ate everything, and then had fallen asleep. She was stuffed and just enjoying her life, and she still has the stew for today, for the evening meal. And as I was saying, you know, the kid was swimming in Socha. Socha is, you know, alpine river, pretty strong current, really cold, and he got basically entangled. You know, his clothes got entangled on a submerged wooden pylon. He couldn't got loose from it. The current was too strong for him to get you know, loose. There were 2 adults that were trying, you know, one of the coaches and one another adults, you know, try to help him, but it was, you know, they were unsuccessful, and unfortunately kid drowned. And yeah, yesterday there was also a news from Austria. 5-year-old kid also drowned. So basically, you know, in the kindergarten, they were outside. The kid ran away from the group. The 2, you know, teachers noticed that, ran after him. They couldn't find him, you know. They then, you know, called in, let's say, reinforcements, police and so forth. They were looking him, and a couple of hours later he was found, unfortunately, dead in the local pond. So yeah. Fuito. Okay, let's end on this point.